Good morning. Welcome to PNW Athletics Today. I'm Rick Costello, Director of Athletics and the host for the show. We've got a great show ahead featuring students and coaches from our cheer team and our women's and men's tennis programs. So before we meet our special guests, let's go inside the Pride. PNW Athletics is 23 sports, 500 student athletes. That's an all-time historic high for the Pride of Purdue Northwest. And we are in our 8th year of NCAA competition. We've had a great year this year, history-making year. Big thanks to our ice hockey program, our Division I ice hockey program. Back-to-back national tournament appearances. Made it to the Sweet 16 this year after an Elite 8 year the year before. Congrats to Coach Carl Trozine and his great student-athletes on the ice. What a spectacular, fun year. They finished the season ranked number 17 in the nation. Our D2 hockey program, also a spectacular program high, 23 wins. Big congrats to Coach Tom Pauly and his guys. They finished regionally ranked number 16. Just an awesome year on the rink over at the Cube for the Pride of Purdue Northwest. Track and field is also in the history-making business. We just had the GLIAC Indoor Championships recently, and the Pride had 2 first-place finishes. Miles Sisko in the 60-meter dash was number 1, and Jaden Tarhaker in the heptathlon was also number 1. So congrats, guys, and making history. First time the Pride have won those events, and our men's team finished 4th place, an all-time high for Purdue Northwest track and field. So congrats, Coach Tommy Whitaker. Men's tennis is just having an awesome season. They are making history. They have been ranked as high as 19th in the nation. We will have Alex Van Lumich and our coach, Sel Hepper, on in a little bit to talk about tennis. But congrats, just a great season. 2 big games this weekend. Come on out and check out our tennis team. Stunt had a thrilling first year, a roster full of about 25 female student athletes. Home attendance was fantastic for our stunt games, and they were ranked as high as 14th in the nation. So congratulations to Coach Madison Samples, Assistant Coach Marshall Smith, and all of the fantastic student athletes that participated on our first season of stunt. GLIAC, we had the GLIAC championships for esports, and the Pride came out on top in League of Legends. Back-to-back championships for League of Legends, making history. Coach Shadow and his guys, congrats on just a phenomenal season. Hey, we got some new sports coming your way. Women's flag football will start next fall of 25. And we hired the inaugural coach recently. Micah Lowe is our new coach for flag football. Welcome, Micah. He will be on the show in a little bit. But Micah comes to us. He was the executive director of the Hands Team Academy, which is a flag football training and development academy. He also runs travel programs out of Illinois. So we are so excited to have Micah here. He's been off to a great start, has a bunch of recruits in this week. We're really excited to get flag football underway here at Purdue Northwest. If you're interested in participating in flag football, shoot an email to Micah Lowe at lowe169@purdue.edu, lowe169@purdue.edu. And stick around a little bit later. We'll have Mike on the show, and he'll tell you all about flag football, how it's grown like crazy across the country. The NFL is investing in flag football. It's in the 2028 Olympics. Just all kinds of growth in flag football. So excited to add that to our array of sports. The other sport that we just announced the addition of is women's ice hockey. Women's ice hockey will start in fall of 2026. Can't wait to duplicate the experience that our guys are having on the ice with women's ice hockey. And we are in the final stages of naming a new coach for women's ice hockey. Oh, hey, we have a new coach for men's basketball. Jordan Ashton joins the Pride of Purdue Northwest. Welcome, Coach Ashton. We're so excited to have you leading the Purdue Northwest Pride men's basketball program. Jordan comes to us with he just had success on multiple levels. We're so excited to have him join our team. He played collegiate ball at Iowa State, went to a Sweet 16 with the Cyclones, also played at Northern Iowa, has had all kinds of phenomenal success coaching, led Iowa Wesleyan to a 27-3 year. Also led William Woods just recently this past year to a 29-3 year tournament championship. He was coach of the year. So excited to have Jordan Ashton lead the Pride Hoops team. All right. Drake Ballard. Congrats to Drake Ballard of our baseball program. Mayor McDermott presented Drake the City of Hammond Youth Award recently for all of Drake's efforts working in the community, helping out with those folks with special needs. So a big shout out and congrats to Drake Ballard. Last night was the faculty staff basketball game. Team Hudson, led by Dean of Students Britt Hudson, got the dub. Lots of dollars raised for a Make-A-Wish charity. Fun had by all, and the officiating crew of Chancellor Holford, Natalie Jarrett, and Josh James were spectacular. So thanks, Chancellor, for coming out and reffing the game. Big news in Major League Baseball. Chad Patrick, PNW student athlete, the first ever student athlete to make it to the big. So big shout out and congrats to Chad and all his success. He threw his first pitch at Yankee Stadium 2 weeks ago. Can you imagine that? First major league pitch is at Yankee Stadium. And has had 2 starts since and has just been brilliant in his starting assignments. We're so proud of Chad, and it's great to see success at the highest level of baseball. So come on out and check out Chad at when he plays the Cubs or the White Sox, and or drive up to Milwaukee and check him out at Miller Park. He's off to a great start, and good luck, Chad. Events coming up this weekend. We got plenty of things going on. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, our tennis team has 2 big matches against Ferris State and Wayne State this weekend, Friday and Saturday over at Match Point. We're right there in the GLIAC standings towards the top, and a couple big wins this weekend will help out dramatically. So come on over and check the tennis teams out. Saturday is senior day. Let's send our seniors off with a great celebration. Baseball is in action tomorrow against St. Francis, 1 o'clock at Dowling Park. Track and field goes to the Olivet Nazarene Tiger Open, as well as the Davenport Invitational Friday and Saturday this weekend. And softball has 2 games this weekend, 2 doubleheaders. Saturday, they take on Davenport over at Dowling Park, and Sunday take on Ferris State at Dowling Park. So all kinds of great activity going on for athletics this weekend. The Leo Awards, our annual year-end banquet, is on the Westville campus on Monday, April 28th. Sure to be a great celebration. Purdue Northwest Day of Giving. Come on out and help out and support your favorite team. Purdue Northwest Day of Giving is April 30th. Please make a gift or a donation or a pledge to your favorite sports team, and be ready for all the information to come out on social media for Purdue Northwest Day of Giving, our big fundraising event for the year. Powers Purdue Northwest Golf Outing, the 45th annual, will be Monday, June 16th at Briar Ridge Country Club. This is a scholarship fundraiser for student athletes. Love to have you golf sponsor, provide a whole sponsorship, or come on out for happy hour or breakfast. All kinds of great opportunities. Powers PNW, 45th annual golf outing coming your way. All right, let's thank some of the corporate champions that are so supportive of Purdue Northwest athletics. Domino's, Byway Brewery. Big thanks to Phil over at Byway Brewery. Purdue Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Jeff Love. Buffalo Wild Wings, our newest corporate champion. Big thanks to Desi Carnes, Purdue Northwest graduate. People's Bank, Laborers Local 41. Big thanks to our Hall of Famer Scott Sparks that takes great care of us. Crazy Kaplan, House of Pizza right down the street here from Jed TV Studios. Shout out to Danny Zunica. Monosol, Signature Transportation, NWI 24/7 ER and Hospital South here on Indy Boulevard. Thanks, Dr. Scott Samlin. Langle's Pizza, Corellis, South Shore CVA. Phil Talon runs a great organization over there, and we appreciate all of his support. Hammond Machine Works and Peter Naw. Big B Coffee, again, south here on Indianapolis Boulevard. Go get your 10% off on your coffee or your bagel right down there at Big B Coffee. Miller Pizza is a great champion. Reith Riley is an awesome champion. Langle's Pizza, Wintrust. Thank you, Rick Kalinsky, winner of the Pride of Purdue Northwest Alumni Award last week. Congrats, Rick, and thanks for all your support from NIPSCO. Pepsi, Strack Van Til, Jeff Strack and Sean Strack, we appreciate all their support. Bibby Bop, right over on Calumet Avenue, just great food over there. Spark Marketing, thanks Kristen Jerzak, and Rush Physical Therapy and Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana. Keep our student athletes healthy. Well, if you'd like to be a supporter of Purdue Northwest Athletics, call me, Rick Costello, at 219-989-2540. Again, 219-989-2540. We'd love to have your support. We're going to take a quick break and be back with our students from our cheer team and our coach. Thank you. All right, welcome back to PNW Athletics Today. I'm Rick Costello, the host for the show, and I am joined by members of our cheerleading team. Coach Lex Gardner, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Rick?
All right, I'm great. Adriana Alvarez.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's so weird to see you on this side of the camera.
It is weird to be over here on this side.
And Reagan from our cheer team. Good morning. How are you, Reagan Kelly?
Good. How are you?
All right. Thanks for joining me, ladies. This is so awesome to have cheer on the show. We're so excited. Lex, you're in your third season, just wrapped up your third season as head coach. Did a great job. So much growth with the program. You're a PNW alum, former assistant coach. Give me your impressions of the season.
It has been honestly so wonderful just to see the transformation since I've been in the program. That was kind of my biggest thing going right from being in the program to taking over as coach is how can I elevate this and just go up from where we were. And our numbers have gone up. We have so many returners. We have girls who are doing 2 sports, honors college. We've just made a lot of progress, and it's been amazing to see. It's
been wonderful to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Adriana Alvarez, a senior communications major from Hammond, Indiana, captain of the cheerleading team, secretary for the Communications Honor Society. And as I said a little bit earlier, typically when I had this show, Adriana is producing the show and does such amazing work. It is so nice to have you here.
It is nice to be here.
Tell us about your 4 years on the cheer team.
So this is wrapping up my third year on the cheer team, and I will be going into my 4th year, and this will be 12 years of doing cheerleading altogether. And it's just been a great experience, getting to learn new things and learn new different positions that I would never think I'd be in. And it's just a great time. I love it.
All right, awesome. And then we have Reagan here, who's a freshman multi-sport athlete, cheer and stunt. You just wrapped up your first season on both. Give me your impressions.
I liked them. It definitely went by super fast, but it was so much fun. And I just like both of the teams have improved so much, and it was good to watch.
So I hear you choreograph some of the routines. Tell us about that. That's pretty cool.
It kind of started my sophomore or junior year of high school. My mom is the assistant coach as well. Coach Lex was the head coach, and they were like, "Hey, can you help us out?" And I was like, "Of course. This is my passion, and that's what I do." So I just kind of during study hall or during free time in class, I'll sit there, I'll cover my eyes like this, and I just envision different stunts and see how it would look.
Wonderful. That's great. Adriana, how did you get started in cheer?
So I got started in cheer when I was 10 years old. I went to St. Stanislaus in East Chicago here, and I saw their cheer team. My mom was actually the coach on there, and 1 year prior to me cheerleading, she was the coach there, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And I've been doing cheer just in my school. I didn't do any of the different gyms or anything like that, and I just kind of fell in love with it. I love to be able to support other teams, and also just the aspect of you're there on the sidelines and you get to do a bunch of different things, whether that just be sideline cheer, whether that be stunting, and just seeing the girls tumble. I just love it all together.
Reagan, how'd you get started in cheer?
I was 3 years old and I was in like a dance, like, like the 3-year-olds do. And my mom saw like a cheer class and I joined then. And then 15 years later, I'm still.
Here we are.
Yeah.
What do you love so much about cheer?
I kind of just love like the aspect of competing for the most part. Like you can be so nervous, you can be worried about whatever when you're on backstage. You go on that stage and it's just like the lights hit you and you feel great and you're like, we're gonna do great, and we're gonna bring home rings.
Love it. That's great. That is great. Adriana, let's get to know you guys a little bit better. We'll do our rapid fire section here. All right. Favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip.
Okay. Favorite movie?
My favorite movie, oh, that's so hard. I love all the romance drama movies, so I'd have to say The Notebook.
Okay. All right. If you could travel to anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Ooh, I'd probably go to Italy.
Okay. If you could play another sport, what would it be?
It would probably be basketball.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we could have used you this year.
Anytime the ball came towards me on the sidelines, I'm like, put me in, coach. I'm coming in.
Can you imagine that going back and forth between cheer uniform and basketball
I
uniform?
did that in middle school.
Did you
Actually,
really?
I would go from a boys basketball game cheering on the sidelines to my own basketball game, quick Superman change
Yeah,
real
right.
quick, and then go to the next one.
Could make a movie out of that. I like that. Reagan, favorite ice cream?
Cookies and cream.
All right. Favorite movie?
I don't really like movies.
Oh, my
honestly.
gosh.
I'm more of like, I like documentaries, especially
Okay.
crime, but.
All right. Do you have a favorite documentary?
Ooh. No, any crime ones.
All right. Okay. Very good. Travel, where would you go if you could go anywhere?
Ireland.
Nice. I was just there in the fall. It's beautiful.
Really? My grandparents are from there.
Yep. So are mine. Yes. It's beautiful. Another sport. I know you're stunt, you're cheer, but if you had a third sport?
I used to play lacrosse in high school.
Okay. All right. Well, I might be adding that someday here soon. So.
I'll be there.
All right. Very good. So now we do a little competition, Lex. We're going to see how well they know you. Okay. So I'm going to ask them, okay, what your answer should be, and then you're going to tell us it's a competition. You're going to tell us the correct answer.
Okay.
All right. So Adriana, what do you think Lex's favorite ice cream is?
I feel like you like cookie dough.
All right. Don't give the answer. Reagan's turn.
Mint chocolate chip.
And the answer is?
It's cookie dough.
All right. There we go.
Cookie dough blizzard.
All right. Adriana is up here. 1-0. Okay. Lex's favorite movie.
It's a sports movie.
Oh, see, I don't know. I was gonna say a comedy. I feel like I don't know. I want to say like maybe basketball. So maybe Love and Basketball.
Ooh.
All right. Reagan?
Is it The Blind Side?
No. Honorable mention to Love and Basketball, but it's Remember the Titans.
All right. There we
dang.
go. That's a great one. Denzel Washington, right?
Love that movie.
Yes.
It's the best.
All right. Where would she travel to if she could go anywhere?
Ooh, I feel like maybe the Bahamas. I see you like on a beach.
Sounds good.
Paris?
Yeah.
I would have said Paris.
All right. So we're
Unfortunately.
1-1.
tied.
All right. So we got a tie-breaking question. All right. We know that Lex was a PNW cheerleader. Adriana, if she could play another sport, what would it be?
Oh man, I feel like I would know this. I want to say volleyball.
All right. Reagan?
Well, I was going to say volleyball, but I'll say softball.
And the answer is?
It is volleyball.
All right. Adriana gets the dub. Look at that. All right. Very good. Lex, what do these two wonderful ladies mean to your program?
It is absolutely so wonderful to have their support in everything that I do. Taking over, I took over the month before I graduated from here, so that's a lot. I feel like to take on a head coach position at a university like this, you need all the support you can get. I'm always learning and growing in my career, and having these two ladies is just a world of difference. Anything that I need, anything that I don't have time for, I need them to pick up a little slack. They do it without question and amazingly every single time. They just support me in the best way, and I really couldn't do this without having athletes like them.
Amazing. Adriana, why Purdue Northwest?
So I chose Purdue Northwest because not only, yes, is it close to home, But the original plan was to do 2 years here at Purdue Northwest and 2 years here in Lafayette. But as you can see, I fell in love with Purdue Northwest. And I think it's just the more so community. I've been in Catholic school my entire life, so we've always had smaller classes. The teachers all knew you. So coming from that atmosphere into PNW, even though, yes, it is a bigger school, I still have that aspect of having teachers know me by name and not just by a number. And it's just that community that you can build upon, whether it be in academics, athletics, and or just extracurriculars and intramurals. And I honestly, that has supported me so much throughout my academic and athletic career.
Excellent. That is wonderful to hear. Reagan, why PNW?
So I originally didn't expect me to come to PNW through like my recruitment process, but then I was at a basketball game supporting my sister and Coach Lex and my mom, and I met Coach Madison, and I just fell in love with her. Like, I was like, this is who I want to be with for my college career, and that's why I'm here.
So stunt was the difference maker?
I was basing my college off of sports.
That's great. Adriana, let's talk about the next chapter, okay? What are your career plans?
So right now it is a tie between radio and television, but regardless of whichever side I go to, the goal for both of those, if I do choose television, it is to be a news anchor on NBC, and then if I choose radio, it is to be a radio show host for either Kiss FM or B96.
Will you remember us all when you're a big time host?
Of course, I'm gonna come back all the time and be like, "Hey guys."
And you have an interesting thought as to what you might want to do. I realize you're only a freshman, but tell folks what program you're involved in.
I'm involved in the ROTC program. So after I graduate from college, I'm supposed to get deployed for, I believe, 5 years. And I'm hoping it's somewhere in Europe, but I'll go anywhere. And then afterwards, I'm planning on coming back and becoming hopefully a kindergarten teacher. And then at some point, opening my own cheer gym.
That is fantastic. So ROTC is one of our corporate champions, and so tell our listening audience where you first saw ROTC.
It was the first week of school, and I believe it's called the Welcome Week, where it's like outside a bunch of tables, and I saw the just people in uniform, and I was like, oh my God, the Army. And then I spoke with them, and then at our sports fest, I spoke with them again. I did like a quick workout for them. And then I joined in January.
So just started pushing some weights up and down there at Sports Fest. All right, love it. Well, guys, I just am so excited about the growth of cheer here at Purdue Northwest. Lex, you've done an amazing job. You guys are awesome student athletes, so I congratulate you all on your success. And thank you for being on the show and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, this wraps up this segment of PNW Athletics. We'll be right back with the head coach of tennis and 2 tennis student athletes. All right, welcome back to PNW Athletics Today. I am the host for the show, Rick Costello, and also director of athletics, and I am joined in studio by Coach Sel Hepper of our tennis program, Salma Raslin of women's tennis, and Alex Van Lumich of men's tennis. Good morning. How are you all?
We are great. Thanks for hosting us today.
Doing good. Thank you so much for having us, Rick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, doing well as well. Yeah.
All right. Did I get you guys out of practice, or was today an off day?
You just caught us. We just finished practice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure
Perfect. Coach, so you're in your second season. Fabulous student athlete at the University of Indianapolis, where you led the team to 2 NCAA tournaments. You coached with us before as an assistant coach. In the interim, you were over at Excess Tennis in Chicago. But you got to be fired up with the results this far this season.
Yeah, we've been doing great. I'm so happy to see both teams are excellent. They're on the court. They're representing us in the best way, and they're showing their level to the region and the nation. I'm just very, very proud of every member we have this year.
Salma, you joined us. You're a senior from Cairo, Egypt, a marketing major, team captain, 27 career wins, 21 career double wins. You won the ITA single championships in fall of 2023. Last year at the Leo Awards, you were voted most improved athlete of the year. This is spectacular. You were the recipient of the 50th anniversary scholarship from the NCAA. And for our listening audience, that is awarded to somebody that exhibits life in the balance, which is high-level athletics, academic achievement, campus involvement, and community service. So congratulations on that amazing accomplishment. Two-time GLIAC All-Academic Excellence Team, SAC president, and you just wrote this beautiful essay that for our listening audience is on the GLIAC.org website. I don't even know where to begin, Salma. This is amazing. So tell us about this essay, if you don't mind.
Of course, first, thank you so much for everything that you just mentioned. So the essay, I basically wrote about my journey so far. I mean, coming from halfway across the world is a big leap of faith. And it's been a journey, to say the least. So I do think that I kind of explained how much of a journey of growth it's been throughout the past 4 years and how much it means to me to be here and to be playing tennis, and the part of me also representing my country and playing this dream, the sport that I've been dreaming to play for my whole life as college level.
And then you're also SAC president. Tell our audience what that means, Student Athlete Advisory President.
I mean, it's a very privileged opportunity. I've seen previous people being in that position. I've always been a member of SAC, so being president is a very, very big privilege for me. And it's a very good way to give back to the community and just getting student athletes together. So I'm very happy about that.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Alex Van Luwitz joins us this morning, a sophomore applied mathematics major from Spain, co-captain of the team. You're having a brilliant season. According to Joey Scott, right now you're 13-3 in singles, ranked 52nd in the nation. I know you have a win over Division I Butler University, which is spectacular. Took down Grand Valley's number one as well. So congrats on that. 11-5 in doubles with your buddy Sam Dixon. You guys, I guess, nationally ranked 41st in doubles, again, according to Joey. GLIAC Men's Tennis Player of the Week twice this year. So you have led us to our best start in the history. You're a history maker, which is fantastic. And last season, you led us with 17 wins. You're also an amazing student with a perfect GPA in your time here. So president of the Economics Club. You got to be fired up about the start of tennis season.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. We've been doing very good. Also as a team, I think I like that I'm doing good individually, but it's all to contribute to the team's win. And we've been ranked 19 in the nation this year so far, and right now we're a bit, farther away, but I'm sure we'll get back to it. We have 2 great matches coming up, so it's 2 good chances to, get back to the top 20. So, yeah, I look forward for it, yeah.
Lots of fun ahead, Coach.
Yes, definitely.
Salma, how did you get started in tennis?
My brother used to play the sport, my older brother. So growing up, I used to always watch him play, and I fell in love with the sport. So I told my parents, I have to start playing this, and it all started from there.
Who's better, you or your brother?
Oh, 100% me. 100%.
All right. Well, we know they're watching back in Egypt, so you
Yep.
might be in big trouble. What do you love so much about tennis?
I love the fight that one is able to give on the court, and it's a very individual sport, I know, but I feel like also in college tennis, it's more of a team sport, and I just love the fight that you can give on the court.
Wonderful. Alex, how'd you get started in tennis?
Well, my father used to play when he was younger, and I kind of started playing with my friends when I was in middle school or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I got started to it. I really didn't start competing till I was like 12, 14. And when I started competing is when I really fell in love with the sport. It's, as Salma said, it's, the fight you have to put. I love it.
So 12, 14 is when you really started to get involved in tennis. You have progressed greatly in a few years.
Yeah, well, I tennis, there's no shortcut. So really when I was 12 or 14, I really started practicing every day, sometimes twice a day. So that's really when you start improving. So, yeah.
All right, we're going to get to know you guys a little bit better with our rapid fire section. All right, Salma, what's your favorite ice cream?
Cookies and cream.
All right, what is your favorite movie?
Inception.
All right, if you could travel anywhere in the world, I know you're a world traveler, but where would you go?
Hawaii.
Okay, and if you could play another sport, what would that be?
Probably soccer.
Soccer. Does Coach Whistler know about that?
I don't think so.
Keep you around here for grad school for soccer. Alex, favorite ice cream?
Mango.
Mango. All right.
Yeah.
Can you find that around here?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm sure you can find. I don't normally eat ice cream a lot, but when I eat it, I get that one.
All right. Favorite movie?
I think Molly's Game.
Okay. Where would you travel if you could go anywhere?
I think I would go somewhere South Asia, maybe Thailand or somewhere around there. Yeah.
Very nice. And another sport that you would play if you're not playing tennis?
I always played futsal growing up, so
Okay.
I love the game. I would love to, keep playing. So yeah.
Okay.
Futsal.
All right. We'll have to let Luke Nugg know about him as well. All right. A little competition to see how well you know your coach. Okay. Sama, what do you think her favorite ice cream is?
Chocolate?
No, she can't give you the answer yet because Alex has the same question.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe cookies and cream, but something like that. Might be chocolate. Yeah.
All right. What do you think? What's the answer, Sal?
It's chocolate.
It is. All right.
Right.
So are we gonna? I guess you
Yeah.
both get a win there on that
Yeah.
one. All right. Where would she travel to, Selma?
That's a tough one. Like any hints?
No hints. No hints.
No?
no.
Okay,
This
so-
is competition.
I could, but
It's like the faculty staff basketball game. It's competition.
I don't. Maybe Portugal.
All right, Alex.
I would say something completely different. I would say, South America somewhere, maybe,
right.
Argentina, Brazil, around there.
Okay. The answer is.
Brazil is in my bucket
all
list.
right. There you go,
So
Alex.
I'll go with that. But
Alex has the
Very
lead.
good options today,
Yes,
Gabe,
the
yeah.
lead. What's her favorite movie?
I know we talked about this before on the bus. She is a very big fan of Harry Potter.
All right, Alex.
I'll trust Sama with it, honestly. I have no idea. So,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, I love the whole series.
Okay.
I watch it like a repeat
All
all
right.
the time.
Okay. Last question. Alex is up one here. What other sport would she play if she wasn't playing tennis?
I know she mentioned a couple of times that she can kick a ball pretty well, so I would say soccer, but again, it's
Alright.
just a guess.
All right.
Maybe basketball?
I'm really bad at basketball. So that's why I'm not in the staff basketball game. Soccer. I would go with soccer.
All
Very
right. There we
famous.
go. There we go. All right. What do
job,
these?
guys.
What do these two fine student athletes mean to your program?
I mean, they are huge leaders. That's why I'm so happy to have them in my teams. They influence people. They show pathways. They become a role model, and that's something you always need in your team in any sport. So I'm really, really thankful for them. I think their impact is never can be changed and never can be replaced by anyone.
We got two big matches coming up this weekend. Ferris and Wayne. Wayne is senior day, correct, Coach?
Yes.
So what's the scouting report this weekend there, Alex?
I mean, I think we have good chance against both teams. I think, we might be underdogs against them, but again, this season we've proved we can beat anyone. So history doesn't really matter here. It's just, every day is a new day. So I think we have good chances, and I'm hoping we win both of them.
Salma, you got to be looking forward to senior day.
Very, very much so. I think it's been a long journey, and it flew, to be honest. Time has flew by. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Coach and guys, you've just done a great job this year. We're so pleased at all the success. But there's another chapter. Salma, grad school is in the future?
Yes, I have gotten acceptances recently from NYU and Georgetown.
Wow, congrats.
So thank you so much. So yeah, that's my next step forward.
All right. You could be a Hoya, huh?
No, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay. Alex, I know you're interested in finance.
Yeah, I'm studying math and statistics, but I would want to do a master's, possibly a CFA, so become a financial analyst. I would, want to go with a strong math background into finance.
So we were talking yesterday, and you said this is the time to invest in the market.
Yeah.
And then later that day, I heard the market was going way up. I missed my opportunity.
Yeah, it looks like I had some information there, but yeah, really, I mean, yeah, I just love the market. I love to watch it again. It's very complicated. I think no one can really predict it, but yeah, I like to look at it and try to make my own predictions. So
Well, we're so proud of you guys. You're going to be huge successes. Don't forget about Purdue Northwest when you're making all those big bucks. All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. Good luck this weekend against Ferris and Wayne and the rest of the way, because I know there's a lot of exciting things to happen yet with PNW tennis this year. All right, that wraps up this segment of the show. We'll be right back with Micah Lowe, head coach of flag football. Welcome back to PNW Athletics Today. I'm Rick Costello, Director of Athletics and host for the show, and really pleased to be joined in studio by Micah Lowe, the inaugural flag football head coach at
Yes,
Purdue
sir.
Northwest. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
I am doing great. How has your first week on the job been?
So listen, it's been great. I was teaching high school math, and I came here, and I mean the people are great. I mean every day I go home smiling. Even though I got an hour-long drive, I've been smiling. So I'm just really happy and really blessed to be here.
Well, we're so excited. You're off to a great start. Micah Lowe is the executive director of the Hands Team Academy in Chicago. He played football at North Park University.
And West Liberty.
University. Was a paraeducator at North Niles High School. So tell us about this amazing sport of flag football.
So listen, for y'all that don't know, flag football is going to be the biggest sport, I think, for women in the next like 10 years, I would say, just because it's so dynamic. There's so many, like, it's just really exciting to watch. And just in America, football is number one. So I just think that flag football is just going to just follow behind it. I do see it's going to be like one of the big sports like basketball, volleyball in the future. So, I mean, it's just going to blow up. I mean, it's a cheap sport to play. You don't need all those pads, and it's really safe too. So I think it's going to blow up around the whole entire world.
So the NFL has invested big time into flag football. It's going to be in the 2028 Olympics. I know in the state of Illinois, the growth is off the chart. There's over 100 high schools with teams. You got to be so excited about what you're seeing both in Illinois and then internationally.
Yes, I mean, just in Illinois, I think last year they had 156 teams in the state. I think they're going to add another like 50 more this year. Don't quote me on that, but it's just been great, and I think that I'm blessed to have HTA because we have a travel flag team, and so we have, I think, 12 or 14 of the best 55 girls, of the 55 all-state girls. And so, I mean, just girls, just coaching them has just been great. And then I like giving them the best experience possible. The flag culture is really nice. I don't know if you've ever been to a flag tournament, but it's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. And so, like, I mean, it's nothing but fun.
Tell us about HTA, Hands Team Academy. You serve as executive director. Just let our listening audience know what that is and what that means.
Okay, so Hands Team Academy. So for y'all that don't know that, in football, on like the end of the game, if the team that's kicking, if they do an onside kick, the receiving team wants to put their best. The players with the best hands out there, which is called the Hands Team. And so in 2018, I started this organization when I was in college, and so. I was at North Park University. We had an indoor facility. I broke my leg, and so I couldn't play for the rest of the year. And so we had a player named David Simmons. David Simmons was a great cornerback, 6'1", 4'3" speed. Was getting looked at by NFL scouts, but he needed some work on his hands. And so we worked day and night, and he actually ended up going to the New Orleans Saints. And so after that, I just started working with players in the Chicagoland area and around the country to help develop their hands. And so in 2022, I went out to Mexico. And that's when I was really introduced to flag. And I saw girls running routes. I saw girls catching the ball, throwing. I was like, oh, my God. And so I came back to the States, and I was like, look, I went to my business partner. I was like, look, this is about to be it. No one listened to me at the time. But, fast forward a couple years later, Illinois, it became a sanctioned sport in Illinois. And it's just been taken off. And so we started the elite travel flag team. And we've just been traveling. So this is our first year. We've gone to Tampa, we've gone to Vegas, and we just won the Red Zone Elite Tournament in Chicago this past weekend. So we're doing really good. We have about 10 or 11 girls right now that have scholarship offers to the next level. It's still growing, and we just expect it to be one of the top organizations in flag football in the country.
Thus, the reason why I hired you as our head coach, you have all kinds of connections in the flag world, connections with student athletes. So tell us, give us your recruiting pitch for Purdue Northwest to get youngsters over here.
So first off, the Purdue degree. Okay, so like there's a lot of schools out here that I would say a little bit smaller. This is it's still new to NCAA. It's not sanctioned yet, but there's a lot of NAIA schools that have it, and I just think that the Purdue degree is the best out of all the flag teams in the country right now. And so I mean I'm really just trying to sell the experience that they're going to have. You're going to get a passionate coach like me who's energetic. I love this stuff, and so you're going to feel it every single day. And so, even if even if you're new to it, you're going to get better really quickly just because I have that background in development, and so I truly want what's best for you on and off the field, and so that's what I'm really telling the students. And also too, just the cost to go to Purdue Northwest. Man,
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it, man. Can't beat it.
So, all right. So we've got folks out there listening. What kind of student athletes are you targeting on your inaugural flag football team? Perhaps maybe they played another sport, or maybe they've played flag football. What are you looking for?
So the type of student, the type of student athlete I'm looking for is one, a good student, right? You can't come here and expect to be great at Purdue Northwest if you don't have the study habits necessary. But then obviously talent. I'm looking for coachability. That's huge. And then lastly, you can have all those first three, but if you're not a good person, you can't be a part of the team. But we're definitely looking for flag football players. But I'm looking for basketball players because they have the hand-eye coordination. They know how to move. Soccer players, track runners, and then. People don't know gymnasts. I've had gymnasts come to HTA and they've killed it. I don't know what it is. They're just strong. They're explosive. I mean, they can move. I just love it. So really looking for anybody. But again, the main thing is the coachability. If you come in here and you're really ready to learn and you actually want to improve, I think that we can get mostly anybody to a decent level.
So you and Madison Samples, our stunt coach, need to team up a little bit
We
because
definitely
she's got
do.
all kinds of gymnasts over there.
We definitely do. I'm still learning names. I'm still learning a whole bunch of people I've met. I think maybe like 300 people in the last week. So, we'll definitely, link up and we'll see what we can do.
So flag football for our audience is on the path to become an NCAA emerging sport next January at the NCAA convention. You've had a bunch of recruits on campus already. You have a bunch more today.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it's Purdue Northwest having flag football as being well received in the marketplace.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
Just that the fact that you're now our coach
Mm-hmm.
and you're out there recruiting, the fact that we have a team is really being is exciting for folks.
No, definitely. And I think it's also going to just it's going to help the state develop as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really going to try to help. I'm going to try to recruit Northwest Indiana, Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, and let them know that look, this is what's going to happen. So even if you don't play, you're going to tell somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So those younger kids, they'll know.
Yeah.
So we're going to have all these future camps for the youth, and just help grow the game that way.
So tell some of the folks about some of the rules of flag football. A little bit different than traditional football, 7-on-7, but just give us a little sketch as to what to expect from a rule standpoint.
Okay, so it's no contact. So there's people think that you might get hurt, whatever, but there's no tackling. You play with 7 players. The field is a little bit shorter than the actual football field. I think it's 80 by 40. There's two 20-minute halves. And then in the college, you're able to have a screener. So because the rusher on defense, the person that goes after the quarterback, is so impactful. So in college, they have the screener that's like a blocker, but you can't put your hands on the screener or on the rusher. So you have to have your hands behind your back, and you got to be able to move your feet. So those are some of the big ones. But you can run the ball, but a lot of the teams mostly pass, and so it's just like 7-on-7 if people are familiar with it. But just with the screener, that's why.
And then a first down is 20 yards. Do I understand?
Yes, a first down is 20 yards. So you got 20 yards to get a, and there's also punting as well. So those are the main things that are need to be said about.
Okay,
the
and
rules.
it's how long is the game?
40 minutes.
40 minutes, 4 10-minute quarters?
No, 2 20-minute halves.
2 20-minute halves,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then you get 20 yards, you get a first down, but you're only allowed so many first downs on a possession, or are you allowed unlimited first downs?
It's like you got. I think it's like if you start at the 20 on the opposite end, I think you get three first downs until you score.
Okay. And I know the rules are all different all over the place, so it'll be interesting to see what set of rules the NCAA settles on, and then it'll probably evolve soon. And so Adriana is going to play a clip of some flag football here for us in a second.
Yeah, we had the audio on in an ad plate, so sorry
all right.
about
No,
that.
that's okay. She's the best production person going. So
I can tell. I will say this though. That's a good point that you brought up about the rules and how they vary. So I do think that once America really gets on the same page for flag all around, because you have 5v5. That's the international IFAF. So in the Olympics, it's probably going to be 5v5. But here 7-on-7 is where it's at, and then Some high school or some states don't allow screeners. Some states, the rusher is 7 yards back, but in college, you're 1 yard back from the line of scrimmage.
All right, here's the clip.
Oh, yeah, NFL flag.
Look at that. Okay, we got a runner there.
I mean, you see, it's just fun to watch.
Yes.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, pure athleticism. I mean, girls can play, and that's the thing. Like, people need to know these girls out here can really play. I think some of these girls could really dominate the boys too, if I'm being honest.
So, what is that headgear that she's wearing there?
Just like a protective gear. There can be like a freak accident. You just come into contact with somebody,
Okay.
But that's a new type of helmet that's coming out. Not everybody has that. On the high school level, a lot of people have actually like not a football helmet, but like a guardian cap kind of thing.
Yep. Okay, so now we see the flags. So they got to get both flags or just one flag?
You just got to get one flag.
Okay.
But it's good practice to go with two hands like that girl just did.
Okay.
That's a great catch. That's what I'm looking for.
So it looks like you got about 4 seconds before you got to get rid of the ball.
That rusher's coming.
Yeah.
Rusher's coming. So but in international leagues, they really do utilize the double pass, and so the double pass is huge. And so
the double pass, you can throw it behind the line of
you
scrimmage.
can throw it
and pass?
behind the line of scrimmage, and then that person can throw it to somebody else.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, in Mexico, they do it a whole different thing. They'll have like 3 quarterbacks, one on the right side, one right behind the center, and one on the left side, and they'll just go back and forth and just see who gets open. You can be really creative in this.
And so the uniforms look like T-shirts and shorts. The college football flag season is in the spring in Northwest Indiana. Will we be wearing sweats or will we be wearing?
So look, I got to figure that out.
All right, we'll let you figure that out. You don't have to figure that out on the air, but anyway, it's going to be chilly out there when we're playing flag.
For sure, I want to get indoors, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so everybody knows the flag football season runs February, March, April, and a little bit into May. So
hopefully we're going to be competing for championships. So we'll be playing in May. That's the goal.
Well, tell us what your goals are.
Oh man, well first I really want to give the girls a great experience. I want to make sure that they're developed. They're well-rounded individuals on and off the field. Those are the first 2 things. 3, I want everybody to get a degree. If it's not from here, I really want it to be from here. But if it's not from here, somewhere else. I just think that you really need a degree, in this world. And then to compete, like not even just to compete, I want to win. I'm very competitive, and I just think that right now. There's a huge gap right now, there's not a huge gap in talent right now. So I think that really a lot of teams have a chance, and so I'm really excited. And I think that when it becomes a sanctioned sport, I'm looking for bare minimum conference championships every single year.
All right, I love it. Well, thanks for joining me here on the show today, Micah. I love your energy, your excitement, your passion for the sport. I know you're going to be a great role model for our student athletes, so we're just thrilled to have you here. So thanks again for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to take care of our corporate champions here real quickly. Let's give a shout-out to our corporate champions, Byway Brewery, Domino's Pizza, Purdue Federal Credit Union, and Jeff Love. Thank you for all your support. B-Dubs, our newest corporate champion, was at the faculty staff game last night. Big thanks to Desi Kearns over there. People's Bank, Laborers Local 41, our Hall of Famer Scott Sparks. Thank you for all your support. Crazy Kaplan, House of Pizza right down the street here on Indianapolis Boulevard. Thank you, Danny Zunica. Montisol and Matt Harris, we appreciate your support. Signature Transportation, NWI 24/7 ER and Hospital, south here on Indianapolis Boulevard. The Concierge Emergency. Courtyard Residence Inn, we appreciate them. Langle's Pizza, Corellis Roofing, South Shore CVA, Lithographics, Hammond Machine Works, and Peter Nall. Thanks for helping out the pride of Purdue Northwest. 10% off your coffee right down the street at Big B. Go down there and get a Big B coffee. Miller Pizza, Elsie Goldberg. She's a outstanding corporate champion. Reith Riley, Wintrust, NIPSCO. Big shout out to Rick Kalimsky and all of his help. Pepsi, Strack Van Til, Jeff Strack, and Sean Strack. We thank you. Bibby Bop, Spark Marketing, Rush Physical Therapy, and Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana. Just a few of our corporate champions. Oh, and Wingstop right across the street, and Jets Pizza, some of our newest corporate champions. Hey, if you would like to be a corporate champion, call me, Rick Costello, at 219-989-2540. And before Micah goes, let's give everybody your email so that if they are interested in playing flag football, they can reach out to you.
Okay, so we have Lowe, Lowe, 169 at pnw.edu.
All right, there it is. Come on out. Join us for some flag football. Prospective student athletes. Micah Lowe is your coach, and your email again is?
Lowe, LOWE 169 at pnw.edu. But also, you can reach us on Instagram at PurdueNW.flag.
All right, I love it. PurdueNW.flag on Instagram. That wraps up this edition of Purdue Northwest Athletics Today. Thanks for joining us. And as always, go Pride.